Good morning. This is Mike Norris. And as you know, priority 1.4 of our balanced scorecard states annually increase student engagement for all students and all student groups. And one of the best ways that we can track this is through Skyward by assigning students to activities. That way we can pull the data, we can look at it, we can look at individual students, see how many activities they're in. We can pull it by activities, how many students are in that activity. There's lots of different ways we can see that data, not just by students, but by demographics, by race, by gender, by whatever. And so it's just a great way to track. And lots of schools use activity groups already. Some of them are automated. I know the athletic classes automatically go into an activity group, but every single club that we have, every single activity that kids might engage in, all that kind of stuff, we can create a group for that. And when we create a group for that, when we create an activity, then like I said, we can pull that data. And this is important because all research shows that kids who are involved in school activities, almost whatever that activity is, graduate at higher rates. That's what the data shows. And that's why it's important for kids to be engaged in these kinds of activities. So anyway, I want to show you guys how you can create groups and how you can mass upload kids into groups. So the easiest way to mass upload kids is to have your sponsors provide you with a list of kids and their activity. That's the easiest way. But when they provide it, have them send it to you if they can in using the other ID. You don't need to know their names. You don't need any headers. You don't need anything like that. You just need to know what their other IDs are. If they can send it to you as a spreadsheet, that's great. This particular teacher just put it in an email, so I copied and pasted it into a spreadsheet. Whatever you do, though, make sure you save your copy of that spreadsheet as a CSV file. That's what Skyward likes. It doesn't like Excel files. It likes CSV files. That's the only thing it works on. So I'm going to go ahead and save it again. I give it a title so I know what it is, Stuco 2324, because I might be creating 10 of these groups and I might want to do all the processing lists first and then, kind of do them in series like that. So I want to be able to identify them so I don't put the wrong kids into the wrong activity. Once you've done that, you can close it. So then log into Skyward. Sorry about that. And then go to, I have it saved as a favorite processing list, but you can find it under your advanced features. Processing list. The ability to create processing lists is a great tool in Skyward, but be careful because if you do the wrong list, then you've just assigned a bunch of kids to something you shouldn't have, and then you have to go through and clean that up. So it can cause a lot of work. That being said, though, if you use them correctly and accurately, they can be like an incredible time saver. Otherwise, going to Stuco, which ultimately has about 70 members, we'd have to go in and touch all 70 kids in Skyward to be able to then add that group to them, where more easily I can just upload all 70 at once. But we don't have 70 in our list. You saw it was much shorter. So we're going to add our list. I'm going to create it. Give it a name. Actually, I like to put the date on it. But it is going to be temporary because I don't need to keep this after I use it once. It will automatically delete in a week. If I want it to be less than that, I can make it less than that. But I'll leave it alone. Nobody else needs to see it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Created the list, but I don't have it populated with any names yet. So I'm going to go to add and delete names. I'm going to go to import. I'm going to change this to other ID. I'm going to choose my file. There it is. And then I'm going to import those. And that will take just a couple seconds. If you want to click view report, you can see the names of the kids that got pulled in. Just a handful of that 70 kids or so that are in Stuco. You also see they'll get added there underneath your processing list. All right. So activities are under Office. Activities. We need to make sure our activity, our particular group is created. This is the high school. They have tons. They don't have Stuco because I deleted that, but we're going to add it. But they have tons and tons and tons. So we're going to go ahead and create our group. So you click add to the left, give it a code, STC, give it a short description. The long description will automatically populate, but I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a real one. It is an extracurricular. I would argue it's academic, nothing else there, but we can add staff if you want. But remember, if you add staff, then you're going to have to change staff from year to year. And we have co-staff in this particular one. Oh, I think I misspelled that. So I'll put them both in. I'll list one as activity leader. Finish. All right, group's created, but no kids in it yet. You can add kids individually here, or if it was an entire class that you were trying to pull in, you could do it there. Or you could click on all students and click kids and do it that way, but that's not how we're going to do it because that would not be efficient. We're going to go back to Office, Activities, but this time we're going to go to Setup and then go to Utilities. Be careful when you use Utilities. We're going to go to Mass Add Student Activities by Student. This is a great tool. It allows you to do two things. One, you can take a single student and put them in multiple activities all at once, okay, by just clicking those boxes. Or what we're going to do is we're going to take a single activity and put a whole bunch of students all at once. So say it can work either way if you use it right. So we're going to go down and find Stuco. It's clicked. All right. Now we want to click Keep It on Range. We're going to click Ranges. We're going to say Filter by Processing List. We're going to choose our processing list. I don't have one in there right now, so it's an easy choice. We're going to select that. Everything else looks good. So we're going to save that. Make sure we're on the right year. This is the current school year. And then we're going to click Run. And this will go just a couple seconds, maybe a few seconds as it adds kids to the activity. You can view the report to see if you got the right kids, and we did. There they are. Those are the group I pulled in. So now we can go back, and now if you look up students, this is one of our students that's in there. So scroll to activities wherever you have moved yours, and now we can see there it is, Stuco for the current school year, extracurricular, academic, and it is that easy. We just created a processing list. So this is a great tool to use. We should probably use it more often. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll work with the principals, but we are going to make a deliberate effort to get all of our clubs and all of our activities recorded in Skyward so that we can easily see that information so that we can measure our student engagement.